There I am. It's wild. Playing music for a job is cool. Look at me. Memorial Day weekend. Singing, having a great time, playing music out on the road, an album release and everything. At Toby Keith in Syracuse, New York. That's me being wild. Isn't it wild and crazy? But you know what? The rock star life has to change, and so do I. And we have to find a way to get rich sometime. So we want to do it together. Welcome. Let's see if I even survive it. Look at me. I'm the guy in the videos. Look, here I am. Here we go. Friendly neighborhood musician that needs a new mic stand from the old recording studio. That's me playing just this year. This is wild and crazy. This is about as wild as and crazy as I get, though. So that's just me. So if you could see, this is what I am. And life on the road has been awesome. There I am right there. Look, St. Patrick's Day Parade. Oh, so welcome to the show. My name is Jason Kruger. Some people know me as JP Shaggy. I'm a local bar star, and I live in a van down by the river. Oh, well, not quite, but, you know, a lot of time in a van down by the St. Lawrence River and everywhere else across a certain area in, you know, upstate New York, central New York, sometimes Pennsylvania, sometimes Canada. And that's it. And I got started watching this stuff because you know who this guy is. Oh, yeah. We're going to talk about this guy. We're going to talk about this guy.
$9,400
And I have a clip I recorded earlier. The very first thing I did. Roll the clip, myself. Roll the clip. And it is. First thing I'm doing. Bang. Bang. Okay. First thing. Okay. Oh, I got to take it easy. That was a big introduction, and I want to be able to talk really fast, do a lot of wild things. I might play the guitar in a little while because everybody always wants me to play the guitar a little bit and sing, and that's fine. I love it so much. So I have a portfolio breakdown from the end of May. I started watching these in April. I started watching Khmer and people that he's associated with that he mentions in his streams, and then other people. And then I saw some drama and a month ago, and it made me watch all of the people. So wildly enough, the drama really sucked me into. I think you guys know what I'm talking about if you're in the dividend community. But that's not what we're here to talk about. Today is a straight up portfolio review from the last 2.5 months of me tiptoeing in to the high yield dividends space. Everyone's got to say the word space. What? I don't know. I don't even know. So let's move on. I really want to talk to you about some things. That's right. I'm warning you now. This is not financial advice. Touring in a van, playing music, making people happy down by the river. And I have a day job because the corona. So this is not some side project for me, but I really took some notes and put a little heart into it. And let's see what we've got. And I've got some real numbers from a month and a half, 2 months added up. And I can show you against a final number right down here, right at the end. I'm telling you right now. I also wanted to say 90 to 95% of people that try to day trade and sometimes swing trade, I'm not sure if the swing trade's in there, but I know that percentage is right, lose their money in the stock market. So I want you to remember that. They're all out to get you. Everybody. They're all out to get you. And you've got to weed through it and try to find some people that you can, and you got to be careful. So here's some numbers, though, and that's the point. I have some real numbers to show you. I'm very interested in it, And let's see if some of these high yield dividends people are right. And let's see if the critics are right. Let's see who's right and who's wrong. It's time. So I used to say Khmer too. That's so funny because there's somebody else that says it, but it's Khmer. I try to listen to him say it. And I have to tell you, even though I think some things he says are wrong, but I think his heart is in the right place. And that's where I started really catching on with this. So credit where credit's due. So we're going to do 2 portfolio reviews. 2, or well, I was going to split them into 2 videos, but you know what? The second one's really quick because we just started it. We're starting it from scratch. Portfolio review number 1. I had a Roth IRA in Schwab. I had $7,000 in my wife's IRA in Schwab. I had 14 for me and 7 for her. So I'm right there with you. I know. And I also had like 20K sitting in there. So that's what we're going to take a look at, is making my Schwab match Khmer Schwab. And I named it Catching Khmer. I think it's a catchy name. See, I'm proud of myself. You know I am. Okay. So that's segment number 1. And then segment number 2, I put money in Robinhood for the first time as well. 20K. I made a little investment. We're going to review what I bought. It's going to be an Oracle segment. I haven't named it yet. I was going to call it I don't know, something with an like Catching Khmer was so nice, you know. We'll figure it out. And then at the end, I'll show you my final numbers. And I'll tell you what, I got to remind myself to tell you the secret of the double, which is not, just so you know, so I don't surprise you later. And then please subscribe to see if I survive, because half the people around in the YouTube think it's awesome and half don't. We might be on the cutting edge of something new. There's a person that says something to that effect. And, it could be true. Don't worry about this now. We're headed on down. Oh, I got to just check my notes one more time. Yeah. Oh, you're not supposed to see that part. Subscribe to see if I survive. Here we go. So let's start with the oldest screenshots that I have. June-ish. And you can see January, February, March, April, May. May, we started tiptoeing in to buying. And though I have 3 accounts, let's not forget, I have one kind of a main account I named Rockstar stocks. And then, and then number 2, I named his. And number 3, I named hers for those Roth IRAs. And what an opportunity. Maybe, what an opportunity in the Roth IRAs. So let's look. June-ish, you can tell it started here. So hers, the very first time I think I saw Khmer was somewhere in March, must be. And we bought 5 shares of TSLY at $18 to see if this would work. Meanwhile, we had most of our other shares in BIL, which goes around with the Bloomberg T-bills. It's a pretty safe kind of situation to kind of park your money. But now Robinhood is at 5.5%. But this is actually another day. Then we bought 100 shares of Jeppy, tried to keep it safer in her Roth, and she joined the AMZ army. Yeah, she did. Few shares of Ulty, and she just picked up some Misty. That's entirety of the purchases. And then in my Roth, which is a little bigger, you could see we started with TSLY as well. TSLY dropped a bunch. I'm like, well, $14. If it can hold, which is something we need to talk about later, if it can hold. And it's an important question. Just going to let you scroll through, tiptoed into Ulti, bought it on the way down, trying to catch a falling knife. But that's a situation we might have to do. And, I was brand new. I think I have a few videos in there and maybe a few shorts of me just I think I left them so you could see how noob I was in this area. It's very interesting. And so here's me scrolling through, just buying 100 shares of Coney or Misty on certain days. I did try to wait till red days. I'm not sure if I was already up to date on, ex-dividend day and such things like that. Scroll, here's the June-ish, the last of those. And there's me selling the last of the more safe things for things that have a little more risk to them. So it's less risky than other things I have done. And we're going to talk about that. And that's something no one talks about. Everyone's about opportunity cost. What's it going to, well, guess what? Have you tried day trading for a couple years? Have you moved around $14 million? And have you lost? Oh, you have, like 90% of the other people in this world that try? Oh, okay. Well, then maybe this is something. So we're going to talk about that in a whole video. It's important to me to talk about that because everybody picks on Khmer. So here's July. I have exact screenshots from Schwab, which is also on a tab along the top as well. But I have in my Rockstar Stocks account, I'm on a little leverage, 12K, and you can see it right there. So that's like your cash balance. And then the cash balance in his was $395. Hers, she had cash of $122.97, and they're right here. Thanks for following along and being ahead of the class. Here's where things are going to happen, guys. We started getting dividends. Here we are. July 7th, they first started coming in. Look, the numbers are different from -12 to 11, from $395 cash to $600 cash inside of a Roth, from $122 in cash to $169 in cash. But look, we are now in the red. Very interesting, right? Okay, I won't make you wait. Hopefully this is not where it is. It's great. So here we were. And I was collecting dividends, finally put my money into the T-bill ETF that follows it. That gives me, I think, 4%, 4 or 5%. I heard about it from another YouTuber, Josh Answers. He's amazing, and he's trustworthy. Trading Fraternity. He's Stock Market Live. You should check him out. So here we were, and then I finally got my money invested into Bill, and now we're making $100 a month. So here we are rolling in, and then we tiptoed and bought those shares in May, pushing into June. I think that I did not buy everything on ex-dividend date, let's just say. My idea and thought process was, well, when you're day trading or swing trading and you're trying to figure out the cost or risk, right? Well, we'll put some money at this. Thousands of dollars we'll commit to this. But just like day trading Tesla, you commit thousands of dollars, right? And you think, well, Tesla will move a dollar, right? If you have 100 shares, that's $100 that you could potentially lose. So if it moves more, say $5 a share, then you're down $500. So we tiptoed in and threw some money at this project, knowing that we could potentially lose maybe a few $100s in a month or two, maybe a little more, but no more than 1,000, right? Unless something went crazy. So we thought about our risk, and that wasn't that much of a risk to see if we could make $1,000. And there it was. There it was at that month. And I'm going to go back and show you. Look what we're averaged to make this month. $2,500. Very exciting, right? These are numbers that I'm not used to ever seeing. I've received this much in dividends this year already. Can that be the case? Between $2,500 I've received this month already, plus $1,326, plus the rest of it. Boy, that's looking pretty interesting, right, guys? So here's some numbers. Let's go back, and we're looking at through the notes. And now I'm going to take you through it. By the way, I haven't really factored this in yet, and that's okay. Everything doesn't have to be perfect, but I'm keeping my eye on that margin interest for that month. I can hear somebody's voice whining away saying, well, you paid $100 in interest and you almost made, by the time you take taxes out, about broke even. Well, there's more weeks to go. but it's interesting, and we need to remember those things. Here's the numbers for July, including week A and week B payday at Schwab. You'll notice this says minus 10. This now says $900 in cash in his, $300 in cash in hers. And here they are. I grabbed them, I copied them and pasted them and cleaned them up from the history, which I do believe I have screenshot right underneath. Now, I went and got that today. I fetched it and got it ready for everyone. I prepared. So here we are. We have AMZ. Made $153 on AMZ. Coney, $157. Looks like 100 shares of that then. Misty, $699 in dividends. What? Jeppy, IWMY. I think I own a few hundred shares of that. Well, you can see it, and we'll see it at the end. And then QQQY, you can see I'm kind of scooching my eyes over there to see it. NVIDIA, look at that, $247. NVIDIA paid $2.47 a share. So we're just looking through them. AI, I bought 100 shares when it did this big dip. What we made this month in Rockstar stocks, $1,748.44. Inside of his Roth, right here, you can see I have 100 shares of Misty. I think these are all 100 share blocks at this time. And last but not least, hers. She has 5 shares of Misty, paying her that. AMZ, Jeppy, and a little bit of TSLY in my life. So, her totals, look at that. $696 went into that Roth. $200 went into that Roth. There's the total. $2,661.03. That's wild. So the question is, after this time, what's that red number? What's the red number at the top of my paper? What does it say? What does it say? Because you could see it. It's only been a month and a half. You can see these are about the dividends. Remember, the month before was like 1,300, right? And here it is. Each one of these, it shows the quantity of all. It's a screenshot from the main page where it groups all of the different ETFs in one section. And I know you've already went to look. So there's the market value. There's the money that I have committed. This section is worth $48.47 minus $1,465. Okay, but wait, there's more. There's more. I first started this journey trying to day trade on Webull, and I have a Webull account. And you know what that number is? That's the number that I received in Webull. I tried to get each a share in 100 share blocks as well, but trying to roll along with these so I could see them on Webull because I actually like to track them better over there. And that makes a total of 4,157.29. And I have this dividend tracker up, and although it's not quite the same, it's pretty close. And if that's the case, what is that number? What is that number? Is that real? Can that be real? But that's our adventure. It's 266103. And the number is, 14. By the time you pay taxes, it's getting close, right? But I have some ideas about that. And at the end of the day, there's more cash in my account. So the secret plan, how to invest, what I kind of did. We'll do that another day, but I want to poke my little nose into it so you can see real quick. Week A, kind of built this out. Went along with the Russell 2000, the S&P 500, NASDAQ, IWMY. Tracked the price of the dividends a little bit. And then, I have 200 in his and then some in Webull. So I've got 300 shares of IWMY in Webull, and which paid me 483 this last month. And so this numbers aren't quite right. This isn't really a spreadsheet. I just did the math at first and was going to keep track. We're keeping track together in videos now. Maybe I will be updating this. We'll see. Oh, and so, yeah, week B, I have some ideas, things that I bought, what price I bought them at, but we can't track it like this forever. And so it's been a good learning experience. Week C, the things I wanted to use to fill up week C, and week D, which I have nothing of. This is just a spacer. So that's where we're at. And that means, oh, one last thing. We're doing the Robinhood portfolio. Dun, dun, dun. So you know what? Khmer just did a Robinhood. One of the reasons he's so great is that he just did an intro to Robinhood video. And I just launched Robinhood a week before him. And so he was trying to do Bitcoin today. And you know what? That's awesome. That was a fun video to watch of somebody that I already like doing Robinhood for the first time. So some people say they don't, or, they make fun of the noob part. But you know what? I'm thankful of it. So shout out. Let's move on to the Oracle segment. I have plenty opinions about the Oracle, as does everyone else. The Oracle is down in New York City, downstate from me. So, but you know what? Another video, if I even survive, if I even do, right? Plus next week, got to go out on the road, play more music. So busy. But I did look at Robinhood, and it took almost 5 or 6 days for $20,000 to transfer to Robinhood. And I bought 100 shares. I set it to automatically buy, and it bought at 20. I really wished I had set it to buy all 1,000 that I'd like to buy over here. I'm committing either I would like to buy 1,000 shares of that and 1,000 shares of Misty, and split it. I might have to add a little more money to do that, or at least get my NVIDIA position over 1,000, get it going. And you're probably going to want to see the main screen, won't you? Well, we'll do that next time, but I put 20K exactly in, and then they gave me like a little bit of I chose Amazon. So we're serious. We're here and we're serious. And I know that you are too. Whew. So that's it. Now you know everything. We have a secret matching Webull account. Not really secret. It's not as much, but it follows it and tracks it. And then we're chasing Khmer on Schwab. And we are doing it. And we made $4,000 that we're going to have to pay taxes on. We made $4,000 this month. That really happened. And I don't even want to show you what happens when you click this thing. It's wild. Wild. You see that? And all you got to do is pay attention, and when the new money comes in, reinvest it in the best spot you think. And if you make a mistake, it'll still pay you anyways, not like day trading. We're going to talk about that. No one seems to talk about it. That's a show. That's it. That's a portfolio review. That's an introduction. That's it. That's all of it. If you hate me, can't just move. Just go on. So it's there. It's kind of simple. It's right there. Let's see what happens next month. I'll let you know on shorts if I buy something. Hey, will you guys subscribe? Will you guys hit the like button? Hit the like button. I don't know if it matters or not. You know what the important thing is this work for all of us, right? We'll see. Maybe we're here first. Maybe it is going to be like a gold rush. Well, fine. Well, we're here first, and we had our canary in the coal mine, and he's still kicking. So that's it. You know what? Thanks for listening. Hopefully in a year we'll all laugh about it.
Girls want to come up and dance?